Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Budapest. Welcome to the Sport One TV studios for the draw of the Delo Group Women's Ehf Final4 2019. The women's handball season reaches its peak, and the good news is it's only going to get more exciting from this point onwards. But do you know actually how many days separate us from this Final Four?
Thanks for the question, and I'm also very happy to welcome everybody at home and here in this beautiful studio. I did have to guess this, and I guessed it right. It's exactly 26 days until we can see the four amazing clubs here in Budapest competing against each other, and it's only 26 days until the magic begins here. Amazing, isn't it?
I'm very happy because it's like such a short time frame, so we don't have to wait for too long. But obviously, when we talk about an event like a Women's Ehf Final4, much more work goes into it, much more work than you can put into like 26 days. So you need a platform, you need a base to build on. And for this first round of interviews, before we actually go to the draw, I would like to welcome here to talk about the work and the political work that goes into an event like the Final Four. I would like to welcome Predrag Bošković, first Vice President of the European Handball Federation.
Hello, good afternoon.
And we're very happy to welcome Katalin Pálinger, Vice President of the Hungarian Handball Federation, plus President of the local organizing committee. It's lovely to have both of you here. Thank you for joining us for the draw. Kati, what is the status of the Delo Group Women's Ehf Final4 in the dimension of the events for the Hungarian Handball Federation?
Fortunately, we can, and will be the proud hosts of many international events like EHF Euros or Beach Handball World Championships or Junior Championships, International Championships. But our crown jewel, or let's say crown princess, is the Final Four, the women's Final Four. Our organizing team learned a lot during these events, and we learned the know-how, and of course that it's a pattern also for our other national and international organization. Of course, we have further plans with Final Four, and we truly hope to fulfill them.
Mr. Bošković, you've seen this crown princess grow since 2014 as a president of Budućnost, as you were, and since 2016 as in your current function as first vice president. How do you rate the development of the Final Four?
Thank you for that question. I must say that I was present on every single Final Four here in Budapest, and I must say that I'm the witness from first hand how we grow together and how we developed. And I must say that we in the European Handball Federation are very pleased what Final Four looks today, and the whole event, what we are working together with the Hungarian Federation. And I would like to use this opportunity to say one big thanks to Hungarian Federation for having opportunity to work together and to develop women's handball. And I'm pretty sure today that women's handball is on a much higher level than what was, let's say, 5 years ago.
What are the factors that come together here in Hungary that build the foundation for this success?
I'm pretty sure when it comes to the female handball, there is no better infrastructure, better audience for the female handball, and Hungary proved itself that they are good organizers, like Katie said, throughout a lot of events, not just the Final Four of female handball, but also we are working closely from the very beginning, and they were listening to us, we were listening to them, and we find a common ground how we think that women's handball should look like in the future.
Kati, looking back at the 5 previous editions and looking at the current one, what achievements are you most proud of?
Yeah, we had a long way from the very first Final Four. We developed this event as a product together with the EHF and the EHF marketing, and of course that now Women's Final Four is a very strong sport brand. But it also became as an important social event, place, and the event to be there. I think we can be the most proud of this fact.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Palinger, Mr. Boskovic. And Katalin Palinger just mentioned the social side of the event. So let's move a bit from the background to the forefront. Since the beginning of this season, the Women's EHF Champions League has an ambassador, a face. And I'm not mentioning a name now. Let's check out who it is, and we'll welcome her on stage in just a couple of seconds. All I'm saying is Anja is back.
My motivation to promote the Women's Champions League is like, I love handball. This is my world. I know how it is to the view as a player, and now I also want to share this with everybody because like I see a lot of people have the fans view, but I know also the stories behind, and I know how it is to prepare. So I want to take the people with me. I would love to make the Women's Champions League, that we can make this even bigger, that it gets the big sport in the world, and to show that how incredible women handball is, because for me it's the best sport in the world. I would love to be a part of this and to show much more behind.
And here she is, and I would like to welcome on stage, to my right, Anja Althaus, official ambassador of the Women's EHF Champions League.
Yeah, hi, thanks.
Good to have you back.
Thank you, so nice.
And I would also like to welcome here on stage David Slezak, Managing Director of EHF Marketing.
Good evening.
And Elena Korneeva, Head of Press for the event's new title sponsor, which we'll come to later, the Delo Group.
It's lovely to have all of you here, but first I'm looking at Anja. I loved you on the field. I loved the way you played, and it was amazing to see all that energy and enthusiasm you had. And it's now so lovely to see all that in front of the camera. How is this new role? What do you like about it most?
Oh, for the first, I must say it's really new, and I'm really happy to still be there in our handball world, in this amazing world. So it's a big challenge, and I think it's it's totally new. And you know, I love to talk. You know, I love to talk, but sometimes now I really have to think about what I'm talking. So and really to remember some words. But I must say I love it. It's from the first time I did it and to now. I guess I get a little bit better. But I think for the fans it's also good to see how it's for the former player to get a new role, you know. But the most important is for me to show the women handball in social media.
You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you very much.
David, maybe following up on this, what was the idea behind to introduce an ambassador and get Anja back?
First of all, I also liked the way Anja was playing on the pitch, and I was happy not to play against her. The thoughts behind are in the first step that the media consumption is changing, and that people, in order to bring them in front of the TV and also to bring them into the arenas, they want to see not only the match action. Match action is still the most important, and this is the center stage of everything, but it's about the centerpieces behind, about the backstage contents behind the scenes. And it makes totally sense to produce content to show this, especially to a younger audience. What is taking place in a dressing room in front of a very big Champions League match? And well, we observed the landscape and saw that Anja is keen to act also not only on the pitch but in front of the camera as well, and so it was not a long way to get a collaboration with her, and we are very proud of this achievement.
This is one new step, and this also obviously happened at the very beginning of this season. If we're looking now at the Final Four itself, what's going to be new here in Budapest?
Well, we are coming from a very successful season so far. All the matches, the sporting performance, but also the marketing performance has tremendously increased. And one of the consequences, of the very positive consequences, is that we, with the Final Four, can also welcome a title right sponsor, having the Delo Group on our side from now on. This is obviously a achievement which will give the competition a boost. This is if a platform as a competition is attracting such a huge sponsor, such a big sponsor, then this can or shall take place in a positive cycle. There will be a very positive development. The Delo group is keen to activate its sponsorship, and we can bring in our ideas and sit together and all together increase the attractiveness of the competition and of the event itself. And this, in the next step, will increase attractiveness for people watching handball and the tournament.
Elena, you as the title sponsor have been sponsoring the Handball Federation of Russia plus the national team. What prompted you to decide to stepping up on the European handball level and the Ehf Champions League?
Hi, thank you for the question. That's right, we have been the sponsor of the federation and of the national clubs for about 4 years now. Now we decided to take the new level, and the Ehf has been doing such a great job developing the Women's Champions League for the last years, and we hope that integration of Delo in this league will help us together develop the championship to even higher level, to make the women's handball, which is of course beautiful and very dynamic, to the new professional level, like even higher.
And what are you most looking forward to at the Delo Group Women's Ehf Final 4?
Of course, I'm excited to see the Russian club in the Final Four. It's such a great honor as well as a great responsibility. I hope that all the teams and the players show their best performance. I'm looking forward to the real battle till the last second of every match, and of course for the full arena and for this festival of handball.
I'm sure you're gonna love it. I'm sure you're gonna love it. Okay, one more question. Where can we see Anya? Where can the fans meet with you in the close future?
Social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, so everywhere in the social media you can see me and follow me and look behind the scenes.
We will.
And meeting players.
And very brief answer. What are you most looking forward to? I mean, you know every square centimeter of this court.
Now?
No, at the Final Four.
No, for me it's getting, I cannot even say what I'm looking for because it's so strange now to not prepare for the game, so now I'm really looking forward to get more from the atmosphere, to see more defense and to see things what I probably maybe never saw because I just was like in the tunnel, so I'm just looking forward for this tournament, for this Final Four now.
We cannot end this interview without asking David what he's looking most forward to.
That's very right.
We're listening.
I'm looking forward to the throw off of the first semi-final, because then we know that our team has hopefully conducted a good job, and then obviously there's a lot of work to do from starting of the first semi-final until the winners ceremony. But the first pressure is going down from our shoulders, and this is what we can a little bit celebrate then already.
Well said. And now I am so much looking forward to speaking to the players who are coming here, one from each club. That I just love that part when we can see their insights. But
well, before we do this, we've been talking so much about this exciting season. So let's have a look at some of the best highlights of the 2018-2019 Women's Ehf Champions League. Then we have interviews, and then I promise we're going to get to the draw.
Grebet ud med en hånd af bunden. Jula!
Finally, I have the players here with me at the table. Lovely to welcome you, all of the girls, one by one. Manu Nuet from Metz Handball, welcome. Eduarda Amorin Győri, Audiato KC, Katrin Lunde from Vipers Kristiansand, and Maisa Pessoa from Rostov-Don. Lovely to have you girls. I would chat for around 2-3 hours. We don't have that much time, but let's go one by one, okay? First time here. Very happy to have you. How did the club feel? How did the players feel when you actually realized you're coming to Budapest?
Yeah, we are so proud. Of course, the club, the volunteer, the staff, everyone was so proud, and this amazing team. So we need to prove again and again. We need to keep this fight spirit, this enthusiasm, and we need to try to win, of course, the Champions League.
It's a tough championship. What do you think Metz has that made you come to the best 4 teams? What do you have? What's your strength?
Yeah, I think about this team spirit.
Okay.
And we try to run. And I don't know the other, of course, but we work a lot, and we will try to work a lot again and again since this crazy date of 12 and 13 of May.
Okay. I'm very happy to have you here. Yeah, Duda, you're practically going home to the arena. You haven't just been there, but won a lot of Champions League titles. How can you renew yourself? Because I think it's a lot of energy being there for the first time. How can you be so energetic as you always are for the 50th time?
For the hunger of the title, I think that this is the biggest motivation. It's never boring to win, and every time we are there, it's a different experience. Now, for example, we have 2 new teams. I think it will be even more better atmosphere because we are going to have new fans and new energy there. So every time is exciting. I really love this event.
What do you think of this 4 clubs now at the Final Four? Is it going to be tough?
It's always tough. I believe Metz have done a really good job. I think that last year they already were very close, so it's quite nice to see them here. Vipers is very dangerous. They rely a lot on her job, of course, and Rostov also have been playing very good this season. So all 4 opponents, 3, are very good, and it will be exciting to play against them.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
It's lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Katrin Lunde is a legend in Hungary, and you also haven't just been to a Final Four, but you did pretty well there in 14. But your club is there for the first time. Is that an advantage that you've been here? Can you help them somehow?
The experience, what you have like a goalkeeper and for a player is always important, but I think, of course, some of the players are a bit more nervous than normal. They were extremely happy when we qualified, and of course it will be a really big thing for all the players and for the club.
And do you think it's like will you have extra energy for the fact that rather for the club, that they're there for the first time, and maybe it's sort of help that all they do is just give everything because they have no idea what to expect, right?
I hope so. Yeah, I think now we are really in a good stream, and I think sometimes that we are doing it very good. We have a good flow, and now we are just so happy that we are here, and we will do whatever we can to win against these good teams.
These great teams,
yeah.
For sure. Good luck for the team.
Thank you.
Maisa, lovely to have you here. Second time you're coming. Mm-hmm. What do you think? How did you renew yourself from last year? What are the new things that your club brings or your team brings to this year's Final Four compared to last year?
Yeah, I think that is for them is the second time, because the first time that we came wasn't easy. We was thinking that we can do something bigger the last year, but we didn't. So it was the first experience, and now we know what we can do, and about the nervousness. I think everyone will be, because every year is different, no? So the level change and the new teams come. So I think we are ready, but we have this
strong team.
Yes, big goalkeeper Katrin, and Duda that won so many times also. We're proud that she's from Brazil. Yeah, because it's not easy for Brazil, and she did a big job in her career. And the Metz also is an amazing team, so let's see who will win.
Okay. The reason why I'm not asking about the draw is because you never answer. It doesn't matter what I ask. You're always, oh, I don't know, I haven't thought about it. Just nod your head. Are there teams you don't want to meet at the semi-final? You don't have to tell me which teams. No, they are not answering. They are not answering me. Okay, fine. Thank you, girls. We're coming back after the first part of the draw. Thomas, the word is yours.
Well, thank you very much, Edith. It's time to get down to business. It's time for the draw today. And, well, let's see whether we have to change the seating order over there after this one. So, just a very quick word on the procedures, on the regulations. It's a very straightforward draw. We obviously have 4 teams here in the pot to my right. First, we're going to draw the first team of semi-final 1. And then we're going to draw the first team of semi-final 2, before we then obviously go on and draw their respective opponents. And for the first part of the draw, I would now like to welcome back on stage Predrag Boskovic, first Vice President of the EHF, and Anja Althaus, Ambassador of the Women's EHF Champions League. Welcome again.
Hello.
Hello.
And please start. And it's
Metz handball.
And it's Metz handball. The debutants are the first team to be drawn, and they are the first team in semi-final 1. Before we get to the second team, let's check it out how Metz reached the Delo Group Women's EHF Final 4. Well, second step of the draw, let's find out which team Metz will definitely not meet in the semi-final, because we now draw the first team of semi-final 2. Anja, it's your turn.
So Metz will not meet Vipers.
So the 2 debutants avoid each other, because Vipers is the first team in semi-final 2. And let's see how they reached this stage of the competition.
Okay. We don't know too much, but we know that the 2 debutants are not going to meet. Now I ask the 2 of you, is that good?
Yes, doesn't matter.
This is very hard. I should train more for this interview. I'm doing something wrong. Okay, what about, so this means that the people who have never, so that Rostov and Győr are also not going to meet. And I don't know if you've heard, but Ambros Martin, your coach, your ex-coach, said that if he had to choose, he would rather see you 2 teams at the final. So according to that, it's going good so far. But is it, come on, you have to answer something. Is it good that you're going to play against a team that has already been there?
It's a hard answer question, but I don't know. We will see. I really hope that we can play good. So we will see who we get. And in one way, if we meet Győr, I think we have met them 2 times. I like this. I didn't play against Rostov, so we will see if it's first time now.
Okay, what about you two girls, the ones who are already experienced in Final Fours? Is it good that you're going to meet a team that has not been to the Final Four yet?
No, I think, it's not always, because sometimes they come so much without pressure that everything goes right. But there is the positive and the negative. So the truth is, it really doesn't matter, because such a good teams, just in a good day, all of us can win. So
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
Okay. We will talk when we know all 4 teams, okay? And then hopefully you will give me some really deep answers. Thank you, Thomas.
Well, thank you, Edith. Well, I can promise that it's definitely going to be more to talk about once we've completed stage 2 of today's draw. 2 teams are still left in this pot here, the defending champions from Győr and Rostov-Don. Before we draw them, let's check it out, how they reached the Delo Group Women's EHF Final 4 2019. Well, some fantastic, outstanding handball we've just seen. Some very tense moments, and this is all about tension. I just have to make you wait for like 10, 30 more seconds before we're actually going to get to this draw here. And have a quick chat to Anya, because shimmering through your blazer, I see something that I think is event-related as well.
Yes, I'm wearing the new T-shirt of the collection of the merchandising from the Ehf Final4, and you like it?
I like it. I think it's very nice, you know, the Budapest bridge, the trophy.
Yes, and also the gold inside and the trophy. I really like it, and I was thinking it really looks good on me.
It looks very good on you.
Yeah.
So for everyone who now wants to buy a piece of the official merchandise, you can do so literally as of now on merch.ehfcl.com. There's going to be hoodies, there's t-shirts for men and for women, and obviously for all the ticket holders, you can buy your merchandise at the Final Four itself on Friday, on Saturday, and on Sunday. And I think there's something special at the event.
I wanted to say that I think there's some special T-shirt on the Final Four. What you can buy, there's all the clubs on this, or
all the clubs,
yes.
All 4 club logos at the back.
Yes, so go and buy, because I think it looks amazing to wear this.
Well, first find out which semi-finals we're going to see. So, Anya, your turn.
So, first semi-final is Metz against Rostov-Don.
First semi-final, Metz against Rostov-Don. And let's complete the draw for the EHF Final for 2019.
And the second final is Vipers against...
You're going to change. Yeah. So you stay?
Yeah.
And Vipers meet the defending champions of Győr. And with that, we have it complete. We've got the first semi-final, Metz Handball against Rostov-Don. And we've got the second semi-final, excuse me, Vipers Kristiansand against the defending champions Győri Audi Eto KC. A quick reminder on the playing times. Playing times on both days, Saturday and Sunday, are 1515 and 1800. But what's important for you to know is that semi-final 1 is not necessarily the first semi-final played. The order of these semi-finals, so which match is going to be played first, will be decided just after this draw, and the information will be released accordingly. So I promised that you will have more to talk about now.
Yes.
So over to you again.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for helping us with the draw. Now we're complete. We've made the girls sit the way they will play in the 2 semifinals. First of all, congratulations for your opponents. Great opponents. Did I hear you say you were expecting this, or you sort of had this feeling? I'm sorry.
Actually, my feeling was wrong. I thought we would play against Metz.
Really?
Yeah, but that was just a feeling.
Did anybody have this kind of thought that they...
I had the feeling that we play against Metz.
Really? Okay. So is this good?
It was right.
Is this good? What do you think? What do you think about the opponent? What do you think is going to be, let's say, difficult about Metz?
It's a very good team. They run a lot, and I think they are doing a very great job for this season. I think not from now, from a few years ago already. And finally they are here, so it's because they are a really good team. They have a very good coach also. And I don't think...
I didn't say the rules. You're not allowed to say they are a good team, and that's it. Say one, it's very good, I love your answers, but you have to add one thing that is very specific about Metz.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
They are fighters.
Okay.
Yeah, they are fighters. I think it will be really difficult. It will be not easy. We played already 2 times. Of course, you had some problems with injured players and some problems. So it was the time when we played against them. We lost the 2 games. It wasn't easy for us because I wasn't happy because I don't like to lose. And but I can tell that they play really beautiful, you know, all team and fighting and spirit, you know, very beautiful to see. So I don't think that will be easy, but we are in Budapest. Is the last games to win the trophy, you know, that everyone wants. So everybody will fight for. So
amazing answer. Thank you very much. What about Rostov-Don? What is their speciality?
I think they're very strong and very complete because they are a very, very incredible player in every position. So, of course, we won 2 times this season, but everything is different in Budapest, I think. 2 games in 2 days for this amazing title. So I don't believe about the past. I just believe about what will happen.
The present moment, yes.
Yeah, so just everything is... Before, it's just nothing. We just try to focus on Rostov and just prepare this great game.
Okay, good to hear. Girls, I think you know what my question will be. What is the good thing, what is the strong thing about the other team that might cause some difficulties in Budapest?
You want me to start? Or?
Yeah,
yes, okay.
Oh, how polite.
I think they're a very strong team, and but they have very many good individual players. Yeah. I think that's their strength, and they have many good players in each position. So if somebody don't have the good day or they are not in shape, they can just change, and they always have somebody coming in with full energy. It's good to see, but not so good to play against. I think they have a good tempo, but also in this way, I think that we also have. So it can also be good for us to run with them. Yeah, it's special. I think it's special also for me to play against them. And like I said before, I like we have been playing 2 times against them now, and we see a bit about the level, what we are searching, a bit better level than we have. So I think we have nothing to lose. Yeah.
Before I give you, I know that the team has changed quite much since you left. But I'm sure you still know the basics of the team. So I guess that's quite a big advantage for you in the goal, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Easy question, easy answer.
Yeah, but yes, I know some of the players before, and they have many Norwegian players. So I think we all know each other very well. They maybe know
Yeah,
so
that was
strong
the other
sides,
thing.
so
Yeah, probably you also know her quite well, so that's an advantage from you for shooting.
Yes,
then
it
I
can
guess.
always be a positive and a negative thing. Well, but they have a really good team. I also like the way they play. And the Norwegian, they are very good with the running. They run all the time and until the last second of the match. And the players, they have really sharp shots. It's always on the corner. You can never see halfway from them. So yeah, I think they are a good team, and I think it's also, they have no pressure, so it can be a very tough match.
Okay, just one more question back to you. You said you won 2 against Rostov this year, and I was always thinking about the psychology of sport. Is it easier winning after having 2 wins over Rostov-Don, or is it more difficult to win the 3rd match? Do you understand my question? Because as I heard, in water polo they say that it's much more difficult to win another one once you've already won in the season. some psychology to put the interview to a deep level. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's all about the mind. If you believe this, then it's what you believe. If they believe something else,
okay. So it just depends on how you think.
Check your mind. It's my opinion.
Okay.
I think I can answer like my coach because I know that we need to work every time a little bit more because it's easy to thinking about Rostov will be more motivated than you. It's not true. It's just a new beginning for everyone.
Yeah. Last question. I hope I still have time. Well, anyway, I will do it anyway. So, in Budapest, what will give you the win? Mental presence or physical strength? Or how many %? Everybody should answer. What do you think? Mental or physical?
I think 50-50 really, because it's all about will.
Yeah.
I think
it's just 50-50, so nothing is more important than the other?
I feel that the team spirit is the best, and I think this mental or physical, maybe a player will be better in this way or the other day. As long as we have a strong team spirit, I think this is the best feeling when you know we are going to win or not.
You agree?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming to the draw. Thank you so much for telling me your thoughts. I will leave you now because I'm sure you have a lot of things to talk about. You can stay here at the table, and I please ask you not to stand up. Not yet. It's part of the whole TV thing. I will now go to Thomas so you can just chit-chat about how you feel the semifinals, and I will just meet Thomas to say goodbye. See you at the Final Four, girls.
So how many more days to go? We had this question at the beginning.
Yeah, 26.
26. What else there is to say? It was a pleasure for me.
It was a pleasure for me too.
We look forward to seeing you in Budapest.
Absolutely.
On the 11th and 12th of May, 2019. Have a great evening. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.